So I grew up in this very small township called Konya, that's how it's pronounced in Odia. And it was a very small little township with very few people. I think we had like around 1,000 people in that township, and that's where I mostly grew up. And till the time I was 13, and we moved to Noida when I was 13. And I've been in Delhi since then, since 2009. And I have an elder sister who I eventually came out to at first, and that's how it's been then. I think to be very honest, didn't even know that the term gay or the term homosexuality existed before growing up. I came across it for the first time when I watched the movie Dostana, and I was 13 then. And that was the first time I got to know about the word, and I was pretty shocked to know how there are two men or two women who can actually live together as well. And I was teased a lot, I was bullied a lot, I was picked on almost every day of my life growing up for my demeanor, for being effeminate, or for my interests as well. I was picked on for being interested in dance or music, or not being very much into sports. That's how it was mostly growing up, but I think it became worse as I grew, as I turned 14. When I came here, I think the bullying sort of intensified, and there were days when I would just feel extremely bad about being who I was. So I came out at 16 at first to my sister, and I still remember I was crying, and it was 12 in the night, and I told her, you know what, I think my attraction towards men is not going to go away. I think it's going to stay with me, and I think there is a possibility that I'm gay. And she wanted to know more about it. She asked me if, do you know what transgender is, and do you know that there is a difference between the two? And I was like, yeah, I know what it is, and I don't think I'm transgender. I'm gay. I'm attracted to men. And eventually, I think with time, I came out to my my school friends, my school teacher. I went to a school psychologist. She helped me out a lot as well. And it was a very long process. I mean, there was a lot of self-denial at first. I was pretty sad about being gay. But eventually, I came across a lot of people on television, on magazines, on different news media, networks and everything, and I think with that I sort of became more aware of myself. I started understanding what homosexuality is. I started understanding what being queer is, and with time everything around me changed. I mean, I was bullied so much before I had come out, but post coming out there were so many people. My bullies used to text me so much, and still there are so many school students that I didn't even talk to. They text me today, and they tell me how proud they are of me having come out and talking about homosexuality, or talking about other queer individuals so openly out there on the internet or on different news outlets. I've had a very accepting group of people around me since I've come out, but there are still people who find it difficult. I mean, when I had joined college, for instance, it was not exactly acceptance at once. I had to tell people about what homosexuality is. I went out and spoke to a lot of my classmates, for instance, and I was pretty open about it, and I would very vehemently put it out that, you know what, if I'm gay and I deserve as much respect as you do, and you have to respect me just like the way you respect all my straight counterparts. So I had written this article for Pink Pages, which is a national LGBT magazine, and I'd written my coming out story in that magazine. I'd initially written it for my school magazine, but my school teacher asked me to edit the article completely because it was about coming out and it was talking about LGBT issues, and she said, I don't think we can do this. So I had to completely change the write-up, and I wrote a completely different article for my for Pink Pages, and I just sent it out, and they published it, and I made my parents read the article, and that's how I came out to them. And at first it was complete denial from both my parents, but eventually with time my father was very supportive. He was like, you know what, I think it's fine, I accept you the way you are, but I don't want you to write about you being homosexual on the internet so openly, or on the social network for that matter. My mother was, it was very difficult. I think we still have issues. We still are trying to mend our ways, and we're still trying to, I still try every day to make her understand what homosexuality really is. But because I think there is so much that comes with being homosexual, at least in my case. I mean, it doesn't have to be that way for everyone, but for instance, I like wearing nail paint, or I like wearing heels at times, or I would want to wear more colorful clothes than a lot of the other guys would want to. So I think that is something that we still have issues, that she still has issues with, and we're still trying to fix that. And yeah, I try each day to make her understand what I really am, but I'm hopeful that with time she'll get more used to it, and she still has a little or she still, for that matter, doesn't even take my relationships seriously. The way she does the way it is with my sister, for instance. She takes all her relationships very seriously. She wants to know more about who she's dating and who that guy is. But in my case, I think she still has a little problem accepting the fact that her son is living with another son, or her son is interested in another guy.